Okay, I just can't bother on the full version of this episode. It's so shit. But this is the original version, which is the version I made for college for the animation assignment. It's really crap. I can tell from there.
You'd like to go inside and have some cake?
That's the only time it's become a non-stop animation. Now it starts with La Chala Sexy, the actual first episode. Look how deep and meaningful it's gonna be. It's foreign. Yeah, the accents. Let's actually put the sound on because I can't actually. I put the sound on so you can actually hear me, but fuck it. Yeah. That's the original voice before I changed it to the "Hello, chicken." Oh, fuck off. So it's different at this point because I wasn't actually going to turn it into a series. It's just going to be a one-off at first. But I enjoyed making it so much, I just made more. And requests from friends. She wants to do that for me.
Go, Sarah, just go.
Give me it. So just Parker. Face off foot. It's good you got foot fetish. Give me it. I suppose it was sort of sexy. So that writing earlier sort of says, like, they're gonna make love. And for those who wondered what the fuck that ever said, that's just the that, yeah. Yep, cat chicken had sex once. Well, you know. Yes! I'm gonna keep them all in. Just to piss you off. Just keep all the intros and endings on there. Yummy! Cause you shall.
Cat. C-A-T. Cat.
That's one of the original negatives of the assignment thing. Now this is the introduction of the greatest character of all history. The Gremlin! Yummy! Because the world has never seen anything that represents you shambolic ever. And I should mention this now, that Gremlin is actually based on someone I know from college called Jake Redsaw, who actually invented this genre, apparently, called you shambolic. And all the rumours about him that spread around, and a lot of it's actually quite true, because there's a lot of proof behind a lot of it. And like, he texted someone to say he wants an orgy with them, and he admitted once that he fingered someone as the part, so that's how the finger blonde thing became a thing in the show. And Yemi is something he used to say. He denies it now, but he did definitely used to say that. Cunt. Anyway, as you probably tell, the Gremlin's voice actually sounds more like Jake than the character it is now, because it sounds like Yummy. That's what he sounds like now. Yummy, get the fucking intro again. It's a very short episode. This is what is it? I'll find out in a minute. Is it finish it? Come on, come here. Oh, it's the fucking cake one.
That cake was delicious.
It's just to confirm they fucking ate that cake. Yes! They must know they were going to eat the cake. Oh, yeah, Bruce Willis. Yummy. Guess what?
What the fuck do you want now?
Oh yeah, this is like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, yeah.
Who's that one?
Because I used to make a lot of impressions in college of things like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone and stuff like that. And because I've actually got a figurine of something that just looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I thought, yes, I'm going to do that. I've actually got a Sylvester Stallone figurine now. I should have just used that one day, but I never did. I think I got the figurine when I finished the series, but I was doing the Final Journey figures at the time. I should have put the Sylvester Stallone somewhere.
Shut up. I didn't vote for you. What? I said I did.
All the stuff over there, like, you what?
Just made an enemy.
It's just, I don't know, it's just the usual mumbling of, when someone does an insult, you go, what? It's always been there. Fucking head comes off. Even though, even though they die on this early on in the series, they come back to life. I just wanted to make the Final Journey thing as sort of the end of it, an end of an era, so I don't have to carry on doing this for like a few more years. I'm not sort of saying I don't want to do more of these sort of things. I'm fed up of doing the cat and the chicken. I never really give a shit about the characters. Ever. I just cared about the ones I invented, like the gremlin and stuff like that. They're not invented, it's copied from Jake, but yeah. Originally I actually wanted to make a character for Tough Teddy for the assignment, which I actually turned into a show, which is good to be honest, because I didn't want to use the same exact ideas as the Shadow Sexe, but I'll probably do that in the near future. So I do like making stuff like this, because it's just stupid and brilliant. Okay. Oh, mate! Oh, shit. Oh, yes! And it's gonna finish, I'm gonna have to change it to... Come on, finish off. Stupid. Okay, that's the first take of the commentary done. That's why I keep saying, oh, it's gonna finish now. Come on, come on, come on. It's because of that, so... And I've just realised that the sound from that, because I need to actually hear it, and I haven't got any info, because fucking thing don't work on this. So, it's rubbish, this computer. It's an old computer, actually. It's just the one that doesn't actually work properly. But it works perfectly for editing, and my laptop, it's got a different software in it, it's really rubbish. And, oh, it's Doctor Who episodes, right? And, yeah. That's why the sounds weird on the video. That goes with the actual episode, because it's also got the sound on for the episode, so you know what it is. Because these are too dark in the early episodes. Oh yeah, this is obviously Tom Cabaldi. Yeah. My favourite Star Trek character! My favourite one since Gizmo! Turned into Schwarzenegger for a moment. Yep, the Doctor. Honestly violent as ever. God bless him. If there was a God. Yep, it's that shit of a commentary. Just disbelieve God. Yeah. Wasting the time listening to this commentary so you can just hear me rant about everything. Yeah, this is that TARDIS in this episode. It's actually, if it wasn't for this episode, Ben Swan, who made this Doctor Who film, wouldn't have known of the TARDIS and he wouldn't have borrowed it. So. It's a really good TARDIS. It's just a normal toy from the toy shop. It's really good. I actually wanted it just if I make a film out of it one day. Not actually necessarily a Doctor Who film, but just anything like this. They got all these figurines and stuff. I thought one day I'd probably use something to make something stupid and back again. Then it comes out really well. The only thing you can see really, because it's so crappy what this. These episodes are so crappy because this. I filmed them in the evening when I had more time because I had college at the time. The only time we did the filming! Oh yeah, I probably sound funny because I got a cold.
I'm not talking like this to sound like Alex Lucas.
I just sound really, really awful because of a cold.
It's not intentional, Lucas. Oh, Josh, I'm dead.
I couldn't do that early in the week because the sore throat actually kills your throat with Josh Homstead impression. Yes, I'm saying Josh Homstead. Everyone knows it's Josh Homstead. I'm not going to lie. Everyone knows now. Even Josh Homstead, if he's still a fan of this bullshit.
It's time to get up.
This is one of the better ones because I actually put some effort in it. Yeah, the weird randomness is actually, I sort of said in one of the, I think I've said it on Facebook, or it's either that or one of the videos, because of the death of Rick Mail, I said that young ones influenced me for a lot of this sort of humour. Well, obviously not the rapes, like the gremlin, like, yeah, Rick died, and stuff like that. It's nothing like that, it's just more the randomness, like he just turned into a zombie just now, or the zombie head. thing, like he's about to do now. That's what the young one sort of had. It had sort of weird randomness, and it's really funny. That's what I've influenced with.
No.
And obviously the physical stuff, like they beat each other up and kill each other and stuff. That's all from things like Bottom, and obviously probably the most known one probably is influence. I mean, is Itchy and Scratchy in The Simpsons. Probably like things like Happy Tree Friends and all that crap. So, what episode is this then? It's Robocock. So I can actually read it this time. It's actually enlarged the thing so I can actually read what it says. In the near future, there is a new kind of lawman that stops crime. It's a Steven Skull lawman. Pop chicken, maybe not. Pop machine man, it's supposed to his stomach. Oh, cock! It might be Steven Skull, because maybe it's chicken in his stomach because he just ate it. Robocock! It's not Steven Skull! Fuck! I thought it was Steven Skull! Oh, it's disappointing.
No, stop!
It's one of those, it's filmed on the same day as the previous episode, actually. I just actually had, I think it's one of my days off, or the weekend or something. More like a day off because no one was at home, so I can shout as much as I can. Despite what the neighbours think. They probably think I'm psychotic or suicidal now, but there you go. Okay, oh, yummy, you jumble egg! And they probably haven't got any complaints yet. Yet. Yes, yet is the big word in that. Full of health. Anyway, this is the third take on the commentary. I'm only just saying it like this because this is how much I've recorded because I've run out of space. I'm using the camera. The camera I use for filming every film I've done for the last year or so. I'm using for that because I haven't got anything that really records my voice very well. I had an MP3 player to do, but it always breaks. It's so shit. Oh yeah, this is the first appearance of Monster Cop in La Chatte Sexe. As a different character, technically. You know, it's called Monster Cop Attacks. So I couldn't think of a better name at the time. And because he looks like that, it's for another film that didn't happen to ages. Ben Swan's first appearance. I'll keep all the intros and just have more time to speak, but I have something to say now. I wish I did. I wish I did. Oh. Well, that's actually a character from my first film that I made in 2008 called The Midnight Drifter. And it's actually now the action figure that I used to make as the Mega Josh. As you look closely. You can't really tell the face because it's sort of that custom and stuff wherever. I love that bit, it's brilliant. I had to say that again, it's just had that in my head all day actually. Because, yeah, that's actually from one of my first films, and yeah, I actually made that at Clarendon as a project. So it's actually an ICT lesson. They decided, because I've got Asperger's syndrome, I'm not actually interested in computers, I'm more interested, because I always talk about films, they've assumed, because I've got Asperger's syndrome, I'll probably just do the film thing instead of just doing anything at all. The first appearance of the Devil Woman. I think it's her only appearance. I can't remember it's her only appearance. She complained about this episode actually because of it's just some stupid little problems she had at the time. Well, she still had problems. She just it's weird. She was really good friends with Jake. I'm not sure they're still friends or not. I'm still not really sure what her problem was, but she seems to think that I'm a problem, and I just decided, because she made my friends turn against me, I've decided to make a video about her. You know, she complained about, yeah, fuck you, I just made it private so you can't see it, you cunt. Yeah, you know now, cunt. It's public now, I don't really care. I've had no problem with them for years. Well, it feels like years anyway, but it's been over a year now, so technically it counts as years. What is this? Oh yeah, Senior Shenanigans. Oh yeah, the mention of her is still there. The slave girl. Definitely woman. She's just a devil woman. That's just to make more episodes. This is a time waster. Oh, this is an ultimate time waster. This stupid thing. I was really bored that day, and I decided to make this because I have good impressions doing that. And I would cut this, but I need to mention it because it's so shit. It's almost as shit as what I watched yesterday, where I went to this trip and there was this film with it's made in the late 70s, and this guy. Literally, you see him extreme close up while someone taking a shit, and and he decides to use that shit to actually throw it at someone in a car. I just like, this is so deep and meaningful. It's more deep and meaningful than Isabel. It's that deep. You really go deep into his anus to see the shit come out. It's wonderful. It starts out looking like, I thought it was a belly button at first because it's so dark. Because it's not been remastered. It's been slightly remastered, but it wasn't really. You can't really see what it was. It looked like a belly button, but it actually was an asshole. Oh yeah, talk about the episode now. This is the Mickey Mouse episode. You're first introduced to Mickey Mouse. At this moment, he's a hero, in a way. But you're not really sure who he really is. And you find out he's actually some sort of Kim Jong-un type supervillain. Let's face it, he's not a dictator. He's just fucking James Bond villain. It's just everything about these pictures of him. It looks like one of those really old, stupid 1960s Sean Connery ones. And that's what I see of that. And Mickey Mouse is the same thing, really. Yeah, Die Hard 5 really was like that. Son off! Oh, quite the years if you had headphones. Ha ha ha. Good thing there's an off switch. Yes, just cunts live in Wiltshire. Oh, cunts live in Wiltshire. This episode is the music video by Jake, the Gremlin. Yeah, man. There's no actual reason behind this, but we made 2 music videos at the time, well, my time of being there. So I did 2 courses of film at Trowbridge College, and those 2 times I made 2 music videos. And this is the only time I've ever made a music video that's actually off my control. And I prefer making the other videos, to be honest, because it's not shit, but yeah. Well, except for the one that no one wants to speak of, that involves guns.
Oh, yes.
Have my breakfast at the same time doing this commentary. Nice sunny day outside the coast. Oh, so it's the Evil Dead one, that's right. Ash from the Evil Dead films turns up. For those who don't know what that is, it's from a film series called The Evil Dead. There's now 4 films now, actually. But this is from the time of the original trilogy, which starred Bruce Campbell as Ash. That's the character. Originally played by Bruce Campbell in the Evil Dead films. And at the time of making this, they're actually making a new Evil Dead, but it wasn't with Bruce Campbell. Although I think he has a cameo. Yeah, he had a cameo at the end of that one. And yeah. So I was a big fan of the films. I had to make a sort of Evil Dead tribute. There's all sorts of characters that appear later on, like Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell, Mel Gibson, and people like that. Why did I not do the Sylvester Stallone one when I got a Sylvester Stallone figurine? No, all the other acts are fucked. Mel Gibson's just sounded like Crocodile Dundee, but it's just because he's Australian. Bruce Willis just mumbled like Jason Statham. Oh yeah, this is the only time I've ever filmed. I think it's the only time I filmed the Charlotte Sexy at college. There was a video, there's a film someone made called Memory that I was in, and so was Ben Swan, and one of the first scenes of the film was me watching the Charlotte Sexy. I can't remember which episode now. It's one of the season 1 episodes, obviously, because that's the only time. Season 1 was the only time I was at college. I think during the making of Epic Journey, the first one, is when I actually escaped college. So Mickey Mouse still the hero. Oh, sort of.
Oh, that's awful. You could have.
What?
Do you mean I should just leave it there? No mate, no mate.
In this universe, Canada is North Korea.
He's gonna sue you. No mate, I think them too. Pussies. Yeah, mate. Swag.
Fucking hate swag. Pointless. Only faggots like swag. Faggots like him. Total faggotry. Kind of word for faggots is you shambolic. The more you know. Oh yeah, I'm pulling that out, yeah. That guy in the laptop is Jake Renzel. Come on, said that, yeah. Oh well. Too busy thinking how great of a filmmaker I am, making these Oscar-winning classics. Oh, I'm so great.
Oh god, you're in that mood again.
Right, it turns back to a zombie, yeah. Oh yeah, it's nearly there, it's almost at the epic journey! Epic journey! Another Jake Renzel reference, finger up the bum. Yeah, mate. Double wank. Most of the time when helping out on Ben's second Doctor Who film actually, and we were at this underpath bit near town, and there's this guy decided to have a wank on the way when he was walking past us. Never got in the shot though, but it would have been so funny if it was. There's really serious dramatic scenes. There's a guy just clearly having a wank. You didn't see his dick wasn't hanging out or anything, but it's just so horrid and stupid. Yeah, first appearance of Epic Journey Man. So it's quite near to the Epic Journeys now, so which was awesome. Oh, yes, Mrs. Douglas. Oh yeah, I did these ages ago. I did these pictures with people's faces on it, and for some reason there was a couple of them Natalie Portman on there, and I used it for that. Oh, that's a good breakfast. Decent, healthy breakfast. Cheese and crackers. Typical British. Yeah, so as I said before, it's the first appearance of the Epic Journey Man, and I think this footage was also used in Epic Journey, so you see this again in a little while. But yeah. I forgot to say something there. There was something else I was going to say. Oh well, okay. It comes back up again. Then yeah. Yeah, this is some sort of random character they don't really see very often. I actually thought this was part of the first Epic Journey. I thought this was in the second one, but there you go. It's been a long time since I've seen any of these, so this is actually the first time in a long time since I've watched Epic Journey. So, yeah. So this is supposed death of the gremlin the first time. Happens a couple of times in the show. It's really stupid.
He's the reason I'm going to this Epic Journey.
The Epic Journey guy has always been the same. But it's probably because I don't use the character very often. So, which is quite cool. The action music! So yeah, you see this stupid footage again later on. This is probably the first time in the Charlotte Sexe series that you actually go out of this world, you know, of this little home of the universe. You extend the universe. Some random video I found. Yeah, here we go. This is the. I'll keep it in anyway. It's the teaser for the. It's the teaser for the Epic Journey. Yeah. Originally, it wasn't going to be called Epic Journey 1, 2, 3, etc. It was going to be. This is going to be called the Epic Journey, and the next one would have been called The Journey Continues. And just to sort of say, oh, the Gremlin's going to come back soon. I actually copied that from the Evil Dead reboot with the Bruce Campbell cameo. He actually does a cameo just like that, and yeah. Now he becomes the villain, yeah. And this is my first appearance in it. As myself, actually. 'Cause it makes sense to just be playing the director, so. In the, well, what is called the finale, even though I've made the Final Journey films afterwards. But, yeah, I did a bigger appearance then, it was better. But, first time I've ever appeared in any of this, and I actually thought that. Not making me authentic, nobody gives a shit about this show. Let's be honest. Who really give a shit actually know that I don't give a shit. So there. Because they won't be wasting their time listening to this piece of shit for like 38 minutes and 42 seconds and 48 milliseconds. But it won't say that on YouTube because it will probably extend or shorten slightly because they just suck. But that's what it says on here. Little Wayne. Couldn't say King West because he was just suing while sucking his goldfish. Oh, get me, boss. Okay. I'll sort this up. I think I filmed this before Epic. After Epic Journey, I mean. As sort of a because that character is supposed to be introduced, the Freddy Krueger looking one, is supposed to be introduced in the first Epic Journey, but he appears before in this one. It's because this was filmed, I think, either during or after the Epic Journey, as sort of like, cause I think it was scheduled as a thing. But yeah, the first one that goes on top of Mickey Mouse is Kung Fu Wolfman, which was in one of my previous films. That's what I was going to say originally. And now it's the Epic Journey! Yippee! Oh, go away, Gremlin! Oh, not me, not me. Oh, yeah, because it sort of starts like this sort of a spoof to the Star Wars films. With this sort of beginning. This is, as I said, like there, this is the original copy of it, so I'd sort of say, it's supposed to be like Volume 1, the Epic Journey, then there've been Volume 2, the Journey Continues, and so on. But I made it differently. So, yeah, it's really weird how they came out. And I did sort of re-edits of it to make it go with the other Epic Journey films. But it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. Oh, sorry about that. There was a bit of a disturbance with the dogs. They went crazy over something. Pain in the arse. But yeah, it's the same scene from earlier because it's a continuation and all that bollocks. And yeah, on the first Epic Journey now. It's brilliant. Probably, yeah. I think I might have just left college when I did this, or I was just finishing it off. I think I might have just left at that time. Can't remember. It's that era. It's just, and oh yeah, this character, this cowboy zombie type character, is based on the original Django, not the one from the Tarantino one, the original '60s spaghetti western, which included the character with a machine gun. Oh, spoilers! He died just like last scene. But yeah, that character's based on that, and You don't really see much of that character, do you? I think didn't he get killed? I can't remember. It's such a long time I've seen all these. And yeah, as I said before, the Epic Journey character, other than the beard, I've noticed now, I haven't said this earlier, is that he's got the beard. But then again, it's those little stupid minor changes they all have. But otherwise, his voice has never changed. And he always has a gun. Kind of the chicken has changed since the beginning, as I say, beginning of season 1. And it's getting more recognisable. Go, hey chicken, go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, Sonic. This was something I discovered at college called Sonic, which is a spoof of Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's just so retarded. It's so mentally retarded that it's brilliant. And this is literally the first time sexe has gone out of that room, extending the universe. And this is about to be the proper introduction of Freddy the Retard, which you see earlier, which in this episode that was actually filmed during or after Epic Journey 1. This is supposed to be the proper introduction. It's a shock. There's a rapist called Freddy, and he's just like Freddy Krueger. Well, shit, I've seen everything now. Epic Journey. Yeah, you make little sound effects so that it's coming out of his cock. Cock the cock, yeah. One of these days, I need to do, because Ben Swan recommended this to, like, it was his idea of do this whole thing about druids and him saying about cocks and rocks, yeah. I had to do that at some point. Probably like, because of how the new one's going to end, the latest one I've done, because I've only just, at the time of filming this, I've just finished the final Journey 3, so yeah, I'm just sort of saying like the first appearance of Fluffy, played by Jesse, and at the time of this it's just like one dog, and because ever since I think about season 3 you see the other dog, just never get named. I think it only turns up once, and yeah. Fluffy. There was more this footage, but it just turned out so shit. Because there was sort of a bit where he actually talks, where Fluffy actually talks, but it just turned out so shit I didn't bother. And I think this is one of the only few times I've gone out actually outside the actual house of filming this, other than college. I mean by like literally outside, not in a building. I think one other time is literally the Evil Dead special, which I'm hoping to extend that soon, because I love horror movies, and I love to do something like the Simpsons 3 Hours of Horror, where it's like the sexy characters, but maybe not just based on horror movies, but make up some horror stories and do something from there, and just call it the La Sexy Horror Show. I was going to do that instead of season 4, but it just never came to be. I just did season 4 instead. I might just make this horror show be just a separate thing, not actually follows on from the storyline. Like this is what that blue guy does now. It's that's actually designed for another film that I never did. It was I can't remember what it was. I think it was some sort of like stop motion animation special effects, because I always wanted to do a superhero film, and I think that was meant to be the superhero, and because that film never came to be, I used it for this. Because, well, to be honest, at the time, this was getting more views than anything else I've done at the time, with the exception of my FMP Intrusion. So, yeah, it took out really well, really. It looked really good. Well, of course, in a minute, Pinhead from the Hellraiser films turned up in a minute, and it revealed that he's a hillbilly. Yeah, for some reason, I decided that Freddy Krueger is a rapist, and Pinhead is a hillbilly. of deliverance. It's weird. It's not really. I'm probably one of the first. I'm probably not one of the first, but one of the very few people that just improvise everything. Because there's no real plan behind this. There was plans throughout Epic Journey, the other ones, but this one I just did by random. I just did it by improvising everything, and it actually turned out watchable. Most people made things turns out with shit like Troll 2 or Mano's Hands of Fate. I think Troll 2 might have been scripted, just really, really badly. But Mano's Hands of Fate, I've read that I've never seen the film. I don't really want to, because it sounds like shit. And a lot of it was actually improvised, because it was the guy who made it wasn't actually a filmmaker. He was a car salesman or something like that. And what I've heard of it, it's really, really shit. And with this, it's shit, but it's watchable. So even then, there's a stop motion animation that I thought of at the time. But it just turns out quite well, I think. Because, well, then again, I'm looking at a scene that I use normally for my old horror movies. Not fantasy monsters and serial killers and stuff. And yeah, so like the scene just now, we've just had it in some sort of vision, sort of like the Evil Dead, with it's hit its point of view. And yeah, that's actual proper effort. Probably the most effort you're gonna have in Los Chavos Sexe is when I'm doing it properly like that, because it's something I used to like doing anyway. Pretty much my style, I believe. Yeah, you jumbly, finger the bomb, yeah, for the usual bullshit that Jake Retzel used to say. Yep, using violence, threat, so he can rape someone. Great kids show. It's just funny that this first started as an assignment to make a kids film. Maybe some sort of Sesame Street type show with people, because a lot of people got all these different letters. So I said earlier that I wanted to make it based on a character called Tough Teddy, and it just never came to be because I had to do music from the film Fletch, one of my favourite comedies. I think it's one of my favourite films, adult really, to be honest. Hard to say really, considering the sort of film. But yeah, Tough Teddy is the original idea I had, and they decided, well, you get a C. I want T for Tough Teddy. No, business. No. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. Simon appears later on in these. Not as himself, but a character based on him. Simon's the teacher, by the way, of my old course, and I think he's the one behind the whole business thing of it. Oh yeah, boom, that bit, they seem to be married. I made that when I went along. And coming soon, I didn't know that! Oh my god, I made a season 2! Fuck me!